Adobe Firefly is the all-in-one creative studio with AI-powered image and video editing for today's creative process. Built for creators of every kind, Firefly helps you generate, edit, and experiment fast. Because the asks aren't getting smaller, the budgets aren't getting bigger, and the timelines, oh yeah, still tight. With all the best creative AI models in one place, Firefly brings your ideas to life. Unlock a better way to make with Adobe Firefly.
You've been lost in the woods for hours now, stumbling around in the dark. You come around the bend and see two people roasting marshmallows over a roaring fire. They see you coming into the clearing and gesture over to pull up a log. Welcome to Campfire Ashes. I'm Paul.
And I'm Jess. Join us as we tell each other our originally written spooky stories around the campfire and then dive into the lore and legends that inspired them. Is it something that goes bump in the night? Is it something menacing lurking past the tree line? Or is it just weird and otherworldly? You'll find it here on Campfire Ashes.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or right here on the Geekscape Network.
We're here to entertain you. We'll sing your songs.
Hey there, are you obsessed with things that happened before your time? Well, if you are, join me, the host of Before My Time, Kelsey Laurie, to discuss the wonders of the yesteryears that we weren't around to enjoy ourselves. You can find us on all podcast platforms.
Dixieland's a playing, soon you'll be swaying, so come on, sing along.
Dylan.
Hey, Matt, I was going to do like a really bad Australian accent.
I was hesitating and then I chose not to. I was like, I don't know what I would do. Good day. Good day. Good day, Dylan.
What another shrimp on the barbie.
So
everybody, I hope nobody in Australia is listening because they're not poor.
Yeah, they turned it off already. 5 seconds into the episode. Dylan, right now, Bluey has just released, supposedly, who knows? Release schedules are crazy. Mm-hmm. But at the time that we're recording this, I was informed that we will be getting new Bluey mini-sodes this week.
Oh, snap.
So I saved you from having to watch Alf for at least one more recording session. And replaced it with a Bluey.
I forgot we talked about that. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's still happening this summer. We're watching another Alf.
Sweet.
But I said, we've never done Christmas Swim. It's right before June. Perfect time to be watching this type of Bluey episode as well. So all things considered, this was the perfect choice for today. And let me start with, what were your thoughts? This is your second Bluey Christmas episode.
I mean, I've got to be real, and it's no surprise to anyone. It's one of those things where, wow, this thing really popped off, and I kind of want to have a different opinion, but I don't. This show is fantastic. I absolutely adore Bluey. Bluey is so good. It's so fast-paced. With the mini episodes being only 6 to 8 minutes.
No, these are the regular episodes.
Oh, these are regular episodes.
The regular episodes are 6 to 8 minutes. The mini episodes are 2 minutes a pop.
Oh, well, then that would bum me out. I'd be like, we're just getting mini episodes. All right. But again, it just being a really fast paced 6 to 8 minutes. And it's one of those things, you know how people are when the new Mario movie, when it came out.
Yeah.
People had kind of turned against it, saying there's nothing here for adults, and people are like, oh well, it's a movie for kids. No, there are movies that are for kids but also have like adult jokes and things that adults would get, and I think that's here as well. It's like the quippiness, but there's a moment where one of the dogs turns to the other and goes, well, that's not why I voted for him. And I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
That's I think what it is, because when you say adult jokes, I think people expect that it's like a Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, like they're getting like us, but it's not even just that. It's like these adult characters are actually fleshed out adult characters, and not
100%.
just like, you know, when you watch any other kids cartoon, the adults are basically just like the catalyst for where the issue is in that week's episode or whatever, and they're very one-dimensional.
Oh,
these are very,
no, Peppa.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's a very summery episode because it's Christmas in Australia. So it's at the healer's house. Uncle Stripe opens up an apron that says "World's Best Chef" that Bandit has also already received from his mom, which is really, really funny. And then Bandit gives his mom a shirt where she opens it and she goes, "Oh, there's some writing on here. Hang on, let me get my I'll just get my glasses first."
Perfection.
She puts on the glasses and then the shirt says, "Hang on, I'll just get my glasses." Hilarious.
Absolutely incredible.
Hilarious.
Absolutely incredible.
And then we just get the kids opening the gifts, and it's just so sweet. Like, you're like, yep, this is what Christmas is supposed to be. Just kids excited. But the main focus is that Bluey gets a doll that she names Bartleby. And the rest of the episode is while they're having a Christmas swim and grilling, Bluey is giving Bartleby a tour and introducing her to the entire family.
And you know, like when that toy was introduced, I feel like in our heads, when we were watching a kid's show, we try to like, okay, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
And I like that my expectations were subverted, because in my mind, I was like, this toy is getting broken.
Yeah.
Like, this toy is getting ripped in half, especially there's a moment where two characters are pulling it back and forth. And I'm like, this toy is getting broken, and that's going to be like the catalyst for the rest of the episode.
No.
And it was what it turned into. Very happy with what it became.
So
I think it had an amazing message.
We'll get there, but my God, so sweet, so sweet.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to see all of the different characters in their element, but the star of this particular segment to me is Muffin, who's playing a character that's running late for work.
Incredible. The floaty fairy that I'm assuming it's the mom.
It's Bluey's mom, but not
Bluey's
Muffin's mom. It's
not Muffin's mom. Bluey's mom in the pool controlling the fairy, which is just a floaty. She's like, the fairy's leaving now. Attention passengers. I was like, oh my God, I love how much she's leading into this. She's absolutely incredible.
But Muffin's just like, I'm running late for work. Kids, you gotta feed yourselves.
Yep.
And then like, you forgot your makeup, and she's like, oh no.
Yeah, you forgot your lipstick. She like gets out of the pool, runs over, puts her lipstick on.
It's
so
so enjoyable. And meanwhile, Bandit very excitedly got a thing of tennis balls.
Yeah.
Which at first you're like, all right, these are like anthropomorphic dogs. They probably play tennis. No, it's for like doing dog things and catching tennis balls while jumping into the water. And I love that so much. But Bandit accidentally jumps in and lands right on Bartleby, breaking Bartleby's arm. In quotes. In quotes.
Yes.
Bartleby the doll is fine, but Bluey, in her imagination, is like, oh no, someone landed on someone else. That always has to lead to an injury.
But we've seen those shows. We've seen multiple kids shows go that route where like the kid gets a new toy, it's broken in the first 5 minutes of the Christmas episode, and like the rest of the episode is them like trying to get over this, and it's not about the gift, it was the thought that counts, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
right.
No, we've seen that a million times.
Yeah,
but it's just that Bluey, it's almost like Bluey, in trying to give a tour of her family, is being like, oh, my family's really weird and intense. Like, it's, and I think we've all had this. I feel like most people, most if not all, especially when you hit a certain age where you're like making friends or you're maybe having your first girlfriend, where there is this hesitation that your family is going to be too much for them.
Yeah.
So you don't want them to meet your family because
you're going to ruin this.
Yeah, they're going to ruin this. They're going to make you feel like an idiot, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like Bluey is using Bartleby as like this test of like bringing a friend around and how would the friend react to everything. And Bluey kind of ends up thinking no one would want to be here. You know, like her uncle Rad and his new girlfriend Aunt Frisky video call on the iPad. But Bluey's nowhere to be found because she's like sitting with Bartleby, and Bartleby tells Bluey like, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. So they bring the iPad to Bluey, and Bluey explains that to Aunt Frisky, and Aunt Frisky.
This is my favorite moment of the episode.
It's so beautiful. Aunt Frisky is just like, hey, I'm also new to this family. And
they're a little crazy.
They're a little crazy. They're a little rough, but like, you are in such good hands around that fab. Like, it's like, oh my God. I literally started to like tear up. I was like, this is so beautiful and sweet because it is like, it's just teaching kids such a positive message without it being ham-fisted. Like, that's the other thing is like the flip side of this is other educational kids shows. It is just like shoving the message down that child's throat so violently. Like, this is what it's about. Pay attention. And it's like, no, it's almost like a blink if you could miss it. And like Bluey does that a lot.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
You've been lost in the woods for hours now, stumbling around in the dark. You come around the bend and see two people roasting marshmallows over a roaring fire. They see you coming into the clearing and gesture over to pull up a log. Welcome to Campfire Ashes. I'm Paul.
And I'm Jess. Join us as we tell each other our originally written spooky stories around the campfire and then dive into the lore and legends that inspired them. Is it something that goes bump in the night? Is it something menacing lurking past the tree line? Or is it just weird and otherworldly? You'll find it here on Campfire Ashes.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or right here on the Geekscape Network.
We're here to entertain you. We'll sing your songs.
Hey there. Are you obsessed with things that happened before your time? Well, if you are, join me, the host of Before My Time, Kelsey Laurie, to discuss the wonders of the yesteryears that we weren't around to enjoy ourselves. You can find us on all podcast platforms.
Dixieland's a-playing, soon you'll be swaying, so come on, sing along.
Hi, friends. The world got you down. Don't be sad. Listen to $2 Late Fee with Zach and Dustin.
$2 Late Fee is the podcast that celebrates the best decade of entertainment, the 1980s. We pick a movie and soundtrack from our youth that we loved and see if it holds up today. We also interview your favorite celebrities from that era.
All in the spirit of positivity and togetherness. Check us out at $2latefee.com.
There is an episode called Sleepy Time that if you talk to any parent, they cannot watch that episode. It like devastates them. I don't think kids cry while watching it. I don't think kids get what's sad about it. And what the episode basically focuses on is it's bedtime and Bingo and Bluey are going to bed. And you're just in Bingo's dream. But Bingo's dream is just her flying in space trying to get to her mom for the entire dream. And it's like, and it's intercut with like other things where like Bluey has to wake up and go to the bathroom. So Bandit, like there's other stuff, but every time it cuts to Bingo's dream, it's just like her trying to get to her mom. You know, like, and it's like, it's just, it catches these moments where it's like, oh, this is what it's like. Or there's a there's an infamous moment that has definitely gone viral where there's one of the characters is like really questioning their ability as a parent, and it's Bluey's mom stares directly into the camera and says, "You're doing a great job." And it's like, it's so clearly designed to be her talking to the parent that's sitting there with their kid, exhausted and tired and just like fed up with dealing with parenting for a little bit. Like the way that it breaks that fourth wall in these subtle ways and teaches these lessons, but also speaks to the parents and speaks to it. It is on that level of right now we are in such a shit time for kids education content where it's like the only good stuff out there, the only truly good stuff out there is Bluey and Miss Rachel. They're the only two things that come to my mind where they really don't. Well, on Mrs. Rachel's hand, they talk down to the kids, but they talk at that kid's level.
Yes.
They're designed for a 1 to 3 year old kid where they are speaking directly to the kid in that Mr. Rogers kind of way. And Bluey kind of has a little bit more of that Sesame Street kind of angle of like teaching life lessons, but teaching it in like small, subtle ways, as opposed to like we said, there's those other shows where it's just either A, there's no educational value and it's just like the color machine. Yeah. Or it's written in such a way that like even a 4-year-old would be like, I get it. Stop bringing up the message. I got it. This is boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to do another Bluey. Are you going to watch some Bluey on your own? Because we don't have it really any more other Christmas episodes to watch.
I'm like, okay, so I feel like eventually as like a little one-off thing, because you did mention there was a mini, like a 3-minute mini Christmas thing later on. So we'll definitely have to like check in and give our brief thoughts on that one.
I just looked up. All right, so I'm going to read this to you, and then you can do whatever you want with this information. But according to various sources, these are what are widely considered the 10 best episodes of Bluey.
So, okay, before you even say them, if I were to watch Bluey, I would not be actively going through and picking episodes.
Okay.
Like I would literally just like throw it on because they're only like 8 minutes long.
Yeah. And they're not all home runs. Like,
no, I'm sure they're not. But like to me, if I were to watch Bluey as someone who does not have a child, it would be this is a background. I'm going to miss some of this stuff. Like I'm going to miss some of it. Yeah. It's going to be playing while I'm actively doing something else. If I have a child, 100%, like this is like number one on the list, like actively deciding what you're going to consume. This is on that list.
Also, you know what?
Go for it.
I disagree with what's on this list, so I'm not even going to bother.
Okay,
because there are a lot of huge episodes that are not here that I'm like, how dare you? But like, okay, so here's like an example of like an episode that I think you would love.
Damn it. Like, where is this list coming from?
It was a Reddit page that was showing different sources, but so there's an episode called Copycat. And the way that episode starts is Bluey is following her dad Bandit and repeating everything he says. But then they go outside and they see a dying bird lying in the grass. Yeah. And Bandit is like, Bluey, go get a box and a towel. And Bluey runs into the house and she gets a box and a towel and she brings it out to Bandit and he picks up the bird and he puts it inside the box and they drive to the vet and they go to the vet and they drop off the bird and they wait and then the veterinarian is like, we're sorry, the bird died. And Bluey's super, super sad. So then Bluey starts to recreate the entire event from scratch with Bingo playing the bird. She's like, She's like, you need to play a dying bird. But as she recreates everything, she goes to the vet, and the mom is the vet. And the mom's like, good news, we saved the bird. And Bluey says, no, you can't do that. The bird didn't survive, and I need to become okay with it. and like she makes the mom recreate her sadness so that she can get over the feelings that she feels about death. Like, it's like, you wouldn't find that shit on Blippi. I'll tell you that. Ain't no Peppa
Blippi.
Yeah, ain't no Peppa Pig killing a bird. Like,
yeah. Oh,
so
Peppa,
yeah,
we need to teach you about death.
But there is a character that I will send you. I'm sure that there's a very easy compilation. The dad is such a dick sometimes that I love him. And one of them is that he has a character that he calls Unicorse, and it's just a unicorn puppet.
Yeah.
That is just this loudmouth jerk. So like in the mini-sode, it's so simple in the mini-sode. But in the mini-sode, they're like, I think so that it wouldn't screw up with everybody's TVs, they say phony, but they are like what a tiring day. And they put the phone down and they're like, phony, play relaxing music. And they're just like all laying there relaxing. And then in the corner, you see Bandit like crawl, like army crawl behind the couch. And all of a sudden, this Unicorse puppet pops up and it's like, phony, play some heavy metal. And it starts like headbanging. And it's like, that is the character. It's just like, oh, you're trying to read a story? I'm going to keep interrupting the story and drive you nuts.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
There's some good man. I could do a Bluey podcast, but I'm sure that there's a bunch of them already, and they're all better than what I could come up with.
That's where, I have to have a reason to watch this. I think that's the problem. Is like I have no, in the grand scheme of shows that I still need to consume with my time on this planet, Bluey is not one of them because I don't have a reason for it. I can't argue that watching Bluey is more beneficial to me than watching, say, multiple shows that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
One being Breaking Bad. Like, I've never watched all of Breaking Bad. I can't bring myself to watch all of Bluey and not watch that.
Here's what we're going to do.
Okay. Are we doing a Bluey podcast? Are we doing
No. Okay, after we record this episode, here we go.
rock.
After we record this episode on Patreon, subscribe to Patreon. We're going to do a thing starting this week, basically, that we're calling the monthly Shoot the Shit, where it's just Dylan and I gabbing about like
STS.
Yeah, like just a monthly STS. I think whatever we're doing this month, we're doing this month. I think next month I will send you a list of like 10 Bluey episodes that you need to watch, and we'll just like break those episodes down.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, in the meantime, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas, bud. Oh, hold on. Before we cut, have we cut yet?
No.
Are we still in?
We're still here.
Matt Kelly.
Dylan
Multiple
Lyles.
times this episode. Did you see? Multiple times this episode. It was above the title card. They also did one in the middle of the episode. Matt Kelly, when we're together again, or we can hold off till the next Christmas stream, we gotta get our hands on some Christmas crackers.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that my last note just said Christmas crackers in all caps.
Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta get our hands on some Christmas crackers.
We gotta do some Christmas crackers. And you know what? I want some of those Christmas crayons that they were wearing while they said on. Like,
absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
yes,
I think by the next live stream. Yeah, we gotta make sure that we don't forget, like in October, we gotta purchase these things so that we have them.
We need to set it down.
And you know what? Listeners, patrons, whoever. Keep us honest. You got to keep reminding us. Like September,
please.
October, remind us that we said that we're buying Christmas crackers this year.
Yes, for sure. All right, cool. I'm glad that I went back and I brought that back up. Love you, Matt.
Love you, buddy.
Whoa. Now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Happy holiday. Have a great holiday. Have a merry happy holiday.
You've been lost in the woods for hours now, stumbling around in the dark. You come around the bend and see two people roasting marshmallows over a roaring fire. They see you coming into the clearing and gesture over to pull up a log. Welcome to Campfire Ashes. I'm Paul.
And I'm Jess. Join us as we tell each other our originally written spooky stories around the campfire and then dive into the lore and legends that inspired them. Is it something that goes bump in the night? Is it something menacing lurking past the tree line? Or is it just weird and otherworldly? You'll find it here on Campfire Ashes.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or right here on the Geekscape Network.
We're here to entertain you. We'll sing your songs.
Hey there. Are you obsessed with things that happened before your time? Well, if you are, join me, the host of Before My Time, Kelsey Laurie, to discuss the wonders of the yesteryears that we weren't around to enjoy ourselves. You can find us on all podcast platforms.
Dixieland's a playing, soon you'll be swaying, so come on, sing along.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.